What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Summer Career Mode. It's episode number 47. Lots to get through in today's episode, the rest of the summer window, where we'll have transfer deadline day and might make a new signing as well. More games in the Premier League on the back of back-to-back draws to start the campaign off, the Carabao Cup, and I believe we're starting with this draw for the Europa League phase fixtures, and we'll be taking on in our first ever European competition Hajduk split at home in our... Oh, it's Liverpool in the Carabao Cup. Come on. I want to win something this season. Hajduk split in the Europa League phase opening. Getafe at home. Then we're off to Bilbao away for match day 3. Sturm Graz match day 4. Inter on match day 5 in the Europa League. KRC Genk on match day 6. And our final two will be away against Servette and at home to Rangers as well. That is a tough run of fixtures there for our 8 league phase games. I must say, finishing top 8 will do very well to do that in our only season of European football in this phase. So yeah, lots to get through today. We should squeeze match day 1 in as well, plus that Carabao Cup host of Liverpool as well, coming 2 days before that game as well. Goodness gracious, if we are going to win something in this save, we're going to have to do it the hard way. I don't think we've got much chance of winning a Premier League, and on the back of back-to-back draws, I think we'll do very well to get anything in this one. Following game, match day 3, out the triangle, as we take on Mikel Arteta's Arsenal, going for our first Premier League win of the season. Come on, Eagles. Well, that's one trophy gone. There is no way we're winning the Carabao Cup this year. Can't just getting through that first round against Liverpool. Especially because, again, it comes 2 days before that Europa League phase opener. So, yeah, something tells me that's going to be a very early exit in the League Cup this year. And just adds to my bitterness of what happened last year as well with the Carabao Cup semi-final win on penalties and an ejection due to the glitch. Anyway, 0-0 here, 18 minutes in. Higgins is going to absolutely lever this one and just hope for the best. Get on target, test the keeper. Oh, did test the keeper, but kind of set cheek turns it over the bar. So I guess now I'm sitting there thinking already. I'm not going to wave the white flag against Liverpool. I'll still pick a few starters out there, but what should we try and go for this year? The FA Cup or the Europa League? Because the other two, I don't think we've got much chance of getting through at all. Negative as well about signing Kuzanov, who... Oh, that's a very, very risky tackle from Dior, who gets a booking for his troubles as well. His stamina isn't very good, so I've signed a world-class centre-half, but I'll need to rest him in a lot of my games this season. Dior, I think, got a slight touch on the ball, but I cannot complain about that. There's a definite penalty as Saka scores to make it 1-0. And it's going to be 2 points for a possible 9 in the Premier League. Well, I briefly touched on it in the last episode. The Premier League this season might be my lowest priority this year. It's practically impossible for us to, go for the Premier League this year. We just don't have the quality. It's as simple as that. And again, the Carabao Cup draw is really... what's the word? Hindered our chances. Not, book us. Oh, what a finish, son. Not, knocked us out already before the game's even been played, but it's definitely hindered our chance of getting through there, facing probably the best club in the country. So, yeah, it's crazy. This might be the first season I ever do, maybe the only season I ever do, where the Premier League, to me, is like the 4th priority. Because, of course, I want the top 4, but genuinely... I'm not going to field backup sides in all my games, but I've got to make sure we've got a chance of winning something this year. The Premier League just isn't on my radar. Butkus, goodness gracious, he is fantastic, I must say. There's Higgins. Oh, what a ball! Oh, brilliant save, kind of Setchi, and Higgins lose the aerial duel, keeps the chance alive. And ref, you going to blow for half time there? Seriously, come on. Half time, we're tied at 1. He's the real deal, man. I was so excited about him throughout the course of the save, and already with 3 games worth of him. I mean, God, I wish I started this project earlier. He is going to be one of my biggest what-ifs. If I would have started this project earlier, him at full potential could have been one of my all-time greats. It's the pace, but it's not only that, it's the balance, the agility, as Luke Harris bends one over the bar. But clearly the end products as well. Like, he's got 2 goals in 3 games. His dribbling is fantastic. Yeah, where's the negative? Like, seriously, because again, he's got high stamina as well, which makes him absolutely perfect. 5-star skill moves. I mean, this dude is just a certified wonder kid, and could have been one of my all-time best as well. Tried to bring coming out, couldn't put him off. Arsenal back in front, undeservedly, man. We should be leading this. I'm just breached like constantly, man. I just can't defend in this game this year. It's so difficult for me to shut teams out, not just for clean sheets, but to stop them getting good chances as well. As Higgins, rifles one over the bar, and for all of my attacking quality in these 3 games, it's again the problem I have throughout the course of the entire save. I can score goals, I can get the goals, I get loads of chances too, but defensively, it's the issue with playing on Ultimate, man. As I often say it, you might need 4 or 5 chances to get a goal. The AI can score with every shot on target if they want. 2-1 still to Arsenal, but we should be leading this game 3-0 probably. Saka has just proved again the importance of being clinical in this difficulty. Arsenal had 3 shots and scored them all. I've had about 5 and only scored 1. That's how it goes. This series is going to have a very similar conclusion to a Bournemouth Football Manager save I was doing a couple of years ago, whereas Higgins rifles one into the top corner. Basically, I just couldn't get in the top 4 in that save. I think I might have done it once and that was it. I just could not consistently be a top 4 club with Bournemouth, because as good as I got the team to be, as I've said and alluded to throughout the course of the first 2 episodes this season, the Premier League is just that strong. It is just that difficult with all the big clubs, and of course there are emerging teams throughout the course of the seasons in a save as well. I just couldn't do it. I just could not consistently be a top 4 team. So I was like, right, there's only one way I'm going to be able to be a Champions League club, and that is qualifying for the Conference League and then winning it to qualify for the Europa League and then winning that to qualify for the Champions. The only way I could do it. It was the only way I could do it, man. And it's the same in this save as well. It's, oh, what a ball. He's onside. Oh, he's just offside, Harris. It's the same with this save as well. I can't be a top 4 club. The Premier League is that strong. Genuinely, the best route to the Champions League, in my opinion, well, we saw it last season with Tottenham Hotspur foregoing the league and winning the Europa League. I genuinely believe now we're going to start seeing this in the Premier League. There's going to be a trend in the Premier League now where a lot of clubs are going to say, do you know what, make sure we're safe first and foremost, but let's get in that Europa League and qualify for the Champions League that way, because whilst last year it was top 5 places, obviously some years will be 5, some years 4, I think now the Europa League for a lot of clubs is actually going to be more of a winnable, easier chance to qualify for the Champions League than finishing in the top 4, top 5 places. That is just how strong the Premier League is. There's Harris. Finds Simon onside for the leveller. Come on! And from 3-1 down to 3-3. And it's all about the youth boys. Butkus and Simon. We knew they were gems. They are diamonds. What an incredible start to the season, man. Seriously. 3 straight draws. And whilst we were 3-1 down here, not throwing in the towel, battling back to level it and claim a point. It's not a great start to the season. We still haven't won yet, but the resilience on full display. We've trailed in all 3 of these games, but haven't tasted defeat yet. That's the kind of resilience we'll need to win a trophy this year. And so, as deadline day is here, I think I'm going to make a signing as well, because obviously, you know, fitness is going to be an issue for us this season. Kuzanov, like I said, man, 0%. Even though he had a week's worth of rest, still wasn't fit enough for him to start that game. And I think we could do with either a new CDM or a new CB. I like Spencer off the bench, but I've got to think versatility here. That's what I'm looking for. And so with that being the case, I am going to go after the lad who's been on my shortlist for quite a while now, to be fair. Haven't used him in FC25 or ever, to be fair, but I'm looking for versatility. This guy's in the championship right now, but too good for the second tier in the prime of his career. 82 rated, 25 years old. He's 6 foot with green practically everywhere, physically and mentally, and almost technically as well. This is what I'm looking for. High stamina. He's tall enough to be a ball playing defender. Could play as a backup fullback possibly as well. A wild card 87 finishing star. Oscar Højlund at Sheffield United. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Let's go bring him in. Yep, don't know much about him other than the fact he's the younger brother of Rasmus Højlund, the Manchester United striker who's gone out on loan. But to be fair, he's got some really good stats and he looks like my sort of player as well. So coming in on a 5-year, 60 grand a week deal for £32.5 million. I actually don't know where his best position is, but I think I'll probably play him most of the time at CDM, if not as a fullback, when Amin or Patiori need a breather. So welcome to the triangle, Oscar Højlund. Yeah, these players to me are just so important, man. Like, honestly, I absolutely love it. The high stamina, the green literally everywhere, and the versatility as well. The 87 finishing, again, is a bit of the wild card here, but the passing stats are fantastic. The ball control is really good. But again, I feel as though if I was to play him at fullback, he'd do a decent job. He could maybe just about fill in as a ball-playing defender. He could play slightly further forward. He could probably do okay on the wing as well. Yeah, I think this is a really solid pickup for exactly what we need in our final season. So what I'm going to do as well is convert Hugo to fullback. Because to be fair, I actually play him fullback more than I do as a defensive mid now. And that is, to be fair, where his best position is as well, with the high stamina and the great defensive stats too. So I'll convert him to left back. The 4-star weave means he's good enough to play both left back and right back as well. But I think that's it. We've seen Samuelson has gone up by 1 at Southampton. He's not going to go up any more now. So I'm going to recall him from his loan there. He spent a month at St Mary's and now he's going to be back at the Triangle. And I think I'll have him starting as my number 1 as well. Cumming has shipped, again, 5 goals in the first 3 games. Chad just doesn't have the rating, really. But Samuelson is going to keep getting better during the season as well. Or at least we hope so. So, yeah, I'll go with Mark as my number 1 between the sticks now. And the team on the screen for you looks like this. It's actually alright, to be fair. It's alright. Is it good enough to win the title? Probably not. But top 4? Absolutely. And so, as deadline day comes to an end, and you see the top deals in the window, 2 of the 3 being regens, and Ekitike leaves Brighton to join Roma for 57.4 mil. I often say there's a point in the save where it becomes a bit regen heavy, if you will, and it's hard to keep track of who is who and who the best players are. I would say right now we're kind of at that point. It normally does happen around 6-7 seasons in, so yeah, not surprising now we're starting to see that in the save. But as we jump into the following game on the back of an international break, heading is this Brentford away at the G-Tech. Well, they've become a rival of ours now, of course, after what happened last season with the Carabao Cup semi-final ejection. So going to West London, our big bogey team, we always struggle against them, winless in our first 3 games, as are the Bees. Can we end that run here and get our first victory of the season away in the capital? Following game, match day 4 of the Premier League, going for our first win of the season. Come on, Hughes. Imagine if we drew every single game this season, man. Seriously. That would be crazy. Yeah, it's funny, like I talk about it all the time, like with draws, you know, I say that, you know, wins are always going to be seen as good, losses are always seen as bad, draws subjective, but let's say hypothetically, and we're playing devil's advocate here, but hypothetically, if you drew every single game of the league season, that gives you 38 points, and if you're a newly promoted side, that is enough for you to survive during every single game. Well, the vast majority of times, of course. I know 40 is the magic number in the Premier League, but as we've seen, especially in recent years, you can survive with far fewer than that now. But, yeah, and it's why, for me, draws. When you're a team that want to win things and, you know, finish top of the tree, granted, I can see why you'd say a draw feels like a defeat, but you got to remember, if you're not one of the better teams, if you get yourself a draw, especially when you're away from home or against one of the big clubs, I don't think you should be looking at it and saying, oh, it's only a third of the points could have had there. You should say, no, I'll take the point, knowing that 1 point might be enough for us to survive come the end of the season if that's what our target is. But this guy's target this year is probably 38 goals. Butkus is on fire! 14 minutes in, we're up by 2 in West London. Ramsgaard looking for a bit of space, finds Konate. Dior is there. Lowe, who got the assist for the second goal, plays the 1-2 of Harris, and now looks to slip through Higgins, and does. Michael out wide towards Butkus, who is just on fire to start this season off. Higgins, great touch, brilliant ball. Harris for free, no, big block by Nianzu. It's all Oxford in the early going. We keep this pressure on. We are going to get ourselves a 3rd goal before the break, and what a win this will be for our first of the season. Simon, our Haitian winger, floats one in. Higgins gets up. Oh, and it drops just wide. There you go. Clipboard in. Konate chests it down. Dior blocks the shot. That is so unlucky, man. Seriously. Damsgaard follows in his own miss after the block by Dior. But it's so hard to keep clean sheets, especially when this happens. I feel like I played this almost perfectly. Didn't really do anything wrong there. But the ball still ends up in the back of the net. Clean sheets not going to come for our first time this season here. But is the win going to be dropped as well? 34 minutes to hold on to 3 points. It's very unlucky with the goal we conceded. But on the offensive end, oh dear, what a tackle. Brilliant performance out there. We've looked so good going forward. And this might be a chance for a goal. It is Teddy Lowe who skips away. He set up the second and scores what will surely be the dagger for our first win at the G-Tech in the Premier League since the save began. Our rivals, we got beef with them after last year, but that's going to do it. First win of the season, and it comes away in West London. Brilliant offensive display this too. Fantastic performance going forward. And the thing is, I'm disappointed we didn't get a clean sheet and more goals out there. That was a flawless display, really. Just unlucky about the way we conceded a goal. Right, big win there. Following game, let's jump into it as well. Heading into this one, it's going to be Ipswich Town, newly promoted. Again, a bit of a rivalry with Ipswich throughout the course to say as well. Of course, we beat them in the Championship playoff semis the first 2 years of the save as well. Now, Kieran McKenna's side, who've been a bit of a yo-yo team the past few years, back in the top flight as we go for our first home win of the season. Following again, let's get back-to-back wins. Come on to use. That is just really poor, isn't it? Galasa running down his right. It's like, what was I doing there with Patayori? Can he cross? No, he hits it straight at Dio. And now, to be fair, it's going to lead to, I should say, going to lead to a breakaway here because with this man running forward, it's basically an automatic goal. Oh, no, it's not this time. Butkus. Goodness, probably the easiest chance he's had of the lot so far this season, and it's the one he missed a target with. Golden chance, somehow missed it. Forson, Low, Higgins, Duomo running forward. Holds it up brilliantly. Here it is. There's the opening goal. Yep, there we go. It's just one of those, man. It's one of those. When you know you're going to get loads of chances, don't worry if you miss the first 1, 2, and sometimes even 3, because ultimately you know you'll get more than that. The most important thing is not receding into yourself and thinking, oh, now I've missed these chances. You know, do I need to change things up? Second guess yourself? No, like you know you're going to get more if you keep on doing what you're doing. You're carving out the chances. All you need is a more clinical finish. But it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. Eventually, you'll take one of those chances you get. You're not going to miss all of them. Say you get 6, 7 chances, you'll score one of them. And in a game like this, you only need to score one because the opposition just aren't attacking at all. It's a numbers game. Mine. There we go. There we go. And again, just got to wait for the run. There it is. And a carbon copy for the second. Easy money. Just strokes into the bottom corner. And that is going to do it. Yeah, it really is a numbers game, man. Eventually, if you keep on getting the chances, you're going to take one. And we've taken 2. It's a game where, like I said, it's just a case of one team attacking and another team defending. And when that is the case, you don't need to change anything. If you notice you keep on getting opportunities, you just haven't had the finish yet, that's when you know you don't need to change the tactics. You don't need to change your play style. You might want to change your goal scorer if he's not doing it for you, but for the most part, you're going to be fine. We are indeed. It's our first win at home this season. It's our first clean sheet of the season. And after a relatively difficult start to the campaign, back-to-back wins, and to be fair, no losses in our opening 5 games. Not a bad start from Oxford United. Right, following game might make this one our final game today, or our penultimate one, but it is Liverpool in the Carabao Cup on Tuesday night. We only have 1 day's worth of rest after this before our Europa League phase opener, but I would have some starters out there for this because it is one of the only 3 winnable competitions we've got in our final season of the save. But we'll do very well to get through Arne Slot's Reds and make the following round. Next up, Liverpool in the Carabao Cup. Come on, use. I think the most winnable competition we've probably got will end up being the FA Cup. I would have said the Carabao Cup because we enter at the last 32 stage, but because of the draw we have to start off with, and the fact that again we've got 1 day of rest before the Europa League phase open. 1 day of rest, man. Seriously, yeah, no chance, no chance. Liverpool, of course, beat us in the FA Cup semis last year. They're the best team in the country right now. Like, yeah, no chance at all. So, yeah, I've got a couple of starters out there, but I'm mostly thinking about the Hashtag split game on Thursday night. As Warner belts one off target. Got to be strategic, man. Got to be strategic. I want to win something this year, and I want to be top 4 in the Premier League. To do that, we'll often use the phrase "one gotta go." I'm already calling it this year. It's the Carabao Cup. So second half underway. Still down by 1. It's not over. But at the moment, I can't create anything. Liverpool's possession so high, their pass accuracy so high. Yeah, it's totally opposite to the Ipswich game, where I knew I was going to get loads of chances. I didn't need to worry too much if I didn't get many. Instead, it's it's a comfortable win for Liverpool. The polar opposite to the Ipswich Town game, really. 2-0, that's going to do it. And like I said, one got to go. One goes very early. But I'm fine with it, man. We just out of quality. When the draw was made earlier and we saw we'd face Liverpool in the first round we enter, you heard my reaction, and that's because there is a gulfing class between the quality of the two teams. Quite frankly, Liverpool are the best team in the country, and we're not even close. I knew our progress would probably end here, and it does, so not overly fussed that one of the competitions we could win this season goes straight away. Liverpool, just far too good. Simple as that. Right, following game, our fifth and final one today will end on this, but it is match day 1 of the Europa League phase at the Triangle. Only 1 day's worth of rest going into this game as well, so going out of competition early could be a blessing in disguise to give us more rest time between our fixtures this season. So match day 1 Europa League phase, it will be Hajduk split, and I'd love to get off to a winning start in our first ever European game with Oxford United. And I said it earlier and in the last episode too, I think that winning the Europa League is genuinely our best shot of silverware this season. Let's prove a win on match day 1. Come on, the Utes. I think with the Europa League, it all depends on how we do in these opening 8 fixtures. Like if we get through the league phase without needing to go into the playoff round, and then we get a kind draw in the last 16 as well, then that's the momentum we need to possibly go all the way in the competition, which I think we can do. I definitely think we can do. But if we struggle in this league phase, and we have struggled on the opening night as well, then yeah, playoff round. I haven't got a very good record in playoff rounds, to be fair. I've been knocked out just as many times as I've made it through the playoff round. And then having to balance that with domestic games as well, yeah, I'm not overly confident. So it all depends on our start, I think, in this competition. As Simon tries to get through, we know he's got the pace. Now can he finish from a tight angle? No, brilliant save. 12 to play, got a call for the reinforcements. Forson's going to come on, but crucially Butkus as well. You know the crowd looking forward to this man when he gets off the bench. He's the young superstar in the making. Give him the ball, watch him work. Let's see if he can find a winning goal in our first ever European game. When he's on the ball in the area, he'll roll it. Oh, tried to roll it across, but already, literally within seconds of coming on, he's already given us a better chance than we've had in 80 minutes of play. I should have started him. Get the ball, get the ball, get the ball. Brilliant ball. Higgins controls, finishes, come on, yes! And the boy wonder from Pista says, never mind Butkus, don't forget who the main star of this team is. Oxford win it late for a memorable first victory in our first ever European game at the Triangle. Scrappy, unconvincing, and like I said, we might only get one chance. If we get it, we've got to take it, and we have. Higgins to the rescue, not for the first time in the save, and I'm sure won't be for the last as well. But if we are to win the Europa League, we need to play a hell of a lot better than we did on the opening night, but we have done it and got the 3 points. Get in. But that'll do it for today's episode of the Summer Career, guys. Big thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. Myself, Gio, have a fantastic day. I'll return in the next one with more games in the Europa League, aiming to build on the win on the opening night, and more games in the Premier League too, aiming to keep on going after our decent starts to the season undefeated. Have a brilliant day. Much love, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon.